Yo, this is Rick Mahorn, the bad boy, giving a shout out to my man Drew, Detroit Drew. Make sure you tune in on his YouTube channel, Detroit Drew. Bad boy.
Are you ready?
Oh, peeps, what's going on, man? Some good news today, but as you can see, I'm rocking the championship belt today because before we hop into the good news, let's hop into this. Christian Wood tweeted that he just wants to win on Twitter last night, sending Pistons Twitter into a state of uncontrollable, oh my God, he's leaving. Well, let's pump the brakes a minute. Maybe he's just ready to play basketball. Maybe he's disappointed because the Pistons weren't good enough this year to make the extended playoff. I don't know. I think people are looking too much into it. I don't think it means anything. But just for the sliver of chance that that does mean something, Detroit Pistons, I have taken on Dwayne Casey. I've taken on Tom Gores. I have not taken on Stefanski yet. But if you do not re-sign Christian Wood, I will take all three of you into this World Circle and proceed to lay the Detroit smackdown on all your Rudy Poo candy asses. So, that being said, let's hop into the good news. Today, the Detroit Pistons practice facility opened back up for individual workouts. I don't know how long it's going to be until the team practices it together. This might be the last, well, we might have already seen the last practice as a team for the Detroit Pistons. I don't really know what to expect since our season's pretty much over at this point. I don't know if we have a game plan. I don't know, but if I'm the Pistons, what I would do is whenever they feel comfortable, because at the end of the day, it's all about your players and the coaching staff feeling safe enough to do so, is bring up some of the players from the G League and incorporate people like Kennard, Bruce Brown, Sekou, some of the younger guys who've been with the Pistons, but you really want to see some progress. Have them come in there and just scrimmage and play and have fun, and you can kind of semi-evaluate your talent there, because you're not going to be able to see what this team was capable of. And what I mean by that is, this team wasn't going to do anything once they traded Andre. They went into tank mode. They went into rebuild mode. But we didn't get to the part of the season where we called up people from the G League and see what they brought to the table. And I'm talking people like Jordan Bone and Dante Hall, who were kind of on the roster. They were on two-way contracts, but they were only given sliver of opportunities. You can throw King in there as well. A lot of those guys didn't get as many opportunities as we would have liked them to see. And to end the season out, they would have had more opportunity because, we would have been more into the losing mindset of not trying to win, but evaluate the talent. And we got robbed of that, unfortunately. So it's not going to be the same, but it can only help. It's never going to hurt. More basketball, more practices, it's never going to hurt. So outside of that, Pistons are going to get an extra long look at the draft. I'm not sure what the timetable for the free agency signing timetable is. I'm not sure when the draft's going to be. I'm sure all that will be revealed whenever the finals is getting close to starting, because the draft lottery happens like game 1 of the finals or something like that. So I'm sure once they figure this whole thing out, we'll know the timetable. So, but whatever it is, the Pistons are going to have more time to do more film studies on the draft prospects, on free agency. So they should have a really good offseason of adding talent and getting the right people in here. If they don't, you're really going to start questioning this front office. And I don't think that they'll screw this one up. There's too much pressure to start this rebuild thing off right. They have to get it right. There's no excuse for them not to, especially with this extended time where they're literally just sitting at home. They have all the tools that we have. So, Dwayne Casey, Stefanski could be at home watching this right now. They have no excuse not to get the right GM in there. I heard they actually have Tayshaun on their target system. A lot of people thought he wasn't going to be on there, but he is. So that's good. It's good. We're making the best out of this situation. I'm glad basketball's coming back just to begin with. So really, what the Pistons really need to focus on is developing these young players. Man, you have some really nice people that have some really high ceilings, and it's on the players at the end of the day to get it done. But the coaches, the franchises do everything responsible in their power to make them better. So if it's having an open practice facility all summer long, let them come up there and ball. Let it be like their own personal rec center. Let it be where they can go work on their game or whatever, I want to see these guys take a jump. Luke Kennard needs to have a big year again. He had a great year this year, improved almost every statistical category. Luke needs to have another good year. I want to see Bruce Brown take a jump. I want to see Sekou take a jump. I want to see all the guys take a jump, man. I want to see King and Bone and Dante Hall become solidified role players next year and really get an extended amount of minutes. So we have a lot to work on inside as well as outside the franchise. So let's keep that in mind. But let me know what you guys want the Pistons to do in these individual workouts. Again, I don't know if they'll have a team practice again. I'm sure they'll have a team meeting or something just to kind of wrap it up. So it's looking like it's in the basketball for the Detroit Pistons this year. So it's on to next year. Hopefully they don't have a disappointing season like next year. So we'll have to wait and see, man. But I'm just glad basketball's coming back. Make sure you guys come back on JMO's channel at Saturday at 7 p.m. as we go live for Above the Rim. We'll be talking playoffs. We'll be talking Detroit Pistons. A lot of Detroit Pistons. We have a lot to talk about with our own team. But yeah, it's going to be a good show. So make sure you guys go over there and check that out at Saturday at 7 p.m. Instagram, Twitter, DSA members, DSA website, all in the description. Be sure you check that all out. And that's the bottom line because Detroit Drew said so. See you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.